Chapter 2. Who will go on the journey? When Paasha and I trotted into the main hall of King Melchior's spacious palace, the king was speaking to his officials in his thunderous voice. But when he saw Princess Paasha coming, the volume dropped and his tone changed completely. In a warm voice he said, "Well, there you are. I have been looking everywhere for you. We need to talk about the journey and who we will take with us." King Melchior was very wise and loved his little dog, Princess Paasha, very much. Because of his enormous wisdom and generosity, God granted him the ability to understand all animals. Paasha wiggled her silky little white, gray, and black body and danced about. "Let's ask the other animals and see who wants to join us." "Great idea, my Princess Paasha." King Melchior reached into the bag he always carried in his pocket and handed Paasha a yummy treat. Then off we all went to the king's stables, where the king's champion black stallion Thunder lived. I was still hiding in the fur behind Princess Paasha's neck, hoping nobody would see me. Mice are not always welcome among people, you know. "Hello, great Thunder," said Princess Paasha, who had to look way up to see the magnificent horse. "Would you like to go on a journey with us to find a new baby king?" Great Thunder snorted and tossed his shiny black mane. "How dare you speak to me, you canine? I would go with King Melchior, but not with you. You give me orders and expect me to answer you? I refuse to carry you. If I go, you will have to walk." No matter how much Paasha tried, Thunder did not seem to want to be friends. King Melchior calmly looked down at little Princess Paasha and said, "I've heard enough. He's not coming. Let's go speak to the camels." Out in the grassy pasture behind the palace, Princess Paasha dashed over to the great camel, Al-Rashid. "We're going on a journey, Al-Rashid. I know you are very good with long journeys across the desert. It's a very important journey to see a new king. King Caspar and King Balthazar are coming too. Will you come with us?" Al-Rashid looked down his long and sad-looking nose at the little dog and said, "Although I do appreciate the invitation, I am afraid I have to decline." He went back to munching on the tender grasses at his feet. "But why, Al-Rashid?" "Humph," the great camel said. "It's because of King Balthazar's camel. The last time I saw him, we got into a big discussion about who is the tallest, fastest, and handsomest of the two of us. He lost, of course, but he didn't take it well. I would feel very uncomfortable around him, so please excuse me, but I can't go." "That camel thinks a great deal of himself indeed," I thought, secure in my perch on Paasha's neck. "This is not going well," said King Melchior. "Who can we ask next?" As he and Paasha walked out of the pasture, he said, "Only a few animals can endure such a long trip through the desert and bear the heat and the cold. It needs to be an animal who is strong and fast enough to carry us along," said Paasha. I wanted to speak up, as I am an experienced traveler and also an expert in animal character. But I didn't know if the king was fond of mice, so I just buried my head in Paasha's fur. I would wait until I could speak to Princess Paasha alone. "Perhaps we could talk to—" "No, that is a crazy idea," said Princess Paasha. "Little princess, please tell me, even the craziest idea may not be a bad one. Come and whisper it to me." King Melchior stood when he heard Paasha's idea, a big smile brightening his face. "Princess Paasha, you are right. It just may be the perfect idea." I waited, drawing a quiet, mousy breath. Who would it be? And then we'll read chapter 3.